Welcome back to Spring into Math 7. I'm Mrs. Campbell, and today we're going to be talking about cross-sections of solids. Let's jump in. Okay, so a cross-section, this may be a new term for some of you, is a shape you see when you make a slice through a solid. Okay, now a solid can have many different cross-sections depending on where you make the slice. So take a minute and consider a hexagonal pyramid like we have here. Okay, this is what we're going to be working with first. So cross-sections perpendicular to the base are going to be triangles, as you can see here. So below you can see a plane cutting through the pyramid. Part of the pyramid is removed, and you can see the cross-section. You could also take a slice parallel to the base, and those cross-sections parallel to the base are going to show hexagons. You see here. It's also possible to take cross-sections using planes that are neither parallel nor perpendicular, and those can sometimes be a little bit more difficult to visualize, okay? So physical models or dynamic geometry software, that can be really helpful when you're doing this. So for example, the same hexagonal pyramid has been sliced at a slant below in this picture, and the cross-section is a pentagon. You see how the slice goes through at a slant. Okay, so cross-sections are one way of representing three-dimensional objects in 2 dimensions. All right, so here's one example. Using planes, you might get a question like this. Using planes perpendicular or parallel to the base, what cross-sections can you construct from a rectangular prism? Okay, now considering only planes that are perpendicular or parallel to the base, all the cross-sections are going to be rectangles. And here's an example. Okay, that would be perpendicular or parallel. Okay, example 2, a square pyramid, square on the bottom, square base, and it's a pyramid like we've been talking about, is sliced by a plane parallel to its base. So you need to describe the cross-section. How does moving the plane so it is closer, or the plane, excuse me, how does moving the plane so it's closer or further from the base change the cross-section? Okay, so imagine we've got our pyramid here. Okay, and we slice it across. What the question's basically asking you is, what's the difference if you slice it at the very top versus at the very bottom? Okay, still parallel. Well, the difference would be, if you can kind of visualize it, the size of the square, okay, in the cross-section. So basically, the closer the plane is to the base, the bigger the square is going to be as you move down the pyramid, okay? Last one, example 3, describe how to create a triangular cross-section of a square pyramid. So basically, the solution is that we just slice the pyramid with a plane that's perpendicular to the base of the pyramid, and you can see a triangle. All right, everyone, that just about does it for this quick lesson. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.